Hey, folks, welcome to Verified Investing Trade Setups in Action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist and Master Trader here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Today's date is a classic Monday, February 24th, 2020. Markets getting pounded to the downside. Let's talk about what the heck it means. So basically, this is it, folks. Coronavirus cases popping up in other places like Italy and South Korea. So we obviously are now seeing that this thing is spreading globally. The markets won't have an epic collapse, meaning we're not going to drop 20+% on the U.S. markets unless we start to see U.S. cases, but a 10% drop is very much a possibility. Let's talk about the levels here. So first off, if you are a member to Verified Investing or Verified Options, or really anyone here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, and I run verified investing alerts and verified options alerts, you knew that there was a cycle that triggered on Friday. My watch date for the cycle came up on Thursday. I said, okay, guys, the cycle is going to trigger based on these factors. It triggered Friday. Look at what the markets do. This is how good these cycles are that I'm giving my members here. All right. So just to go into retrospect and look back just a little bit, this was the last cycle right here. It triggered right here. And then look at the dip. All right. It was a shallow cycle, but it worked perfectly. And we went up here. Now, this cycle should be bigger than the last. In fact, percentage wise, it already is by just a little bit. We should continue down. First support is going to be right here, the previous cycle low right there. You have a key support right at 320. That's your first area of support. And we're hitting the lows of the day here. 63 million shares already traded. Awesome volume. All right. If you get through this pivot low, it opens the door to the bigger corrective move, which would be about 10%. And the level to watch on this on the SPY, which is the S&P 500 daily chart here, this is your spot. Pivot high, pivot high. In other words, this was the former all-time high double top before we broke it out in kind of mid-October and really had this mega run to the upside. This would be a retrace to what we call a scene of the crime. That's essentially what it would be. It would take us down to this 305-ish area, which would be about another $17 drop on the SPY. We're already down 11 today, so I mean, you could see by Friday this getting there if we continue to see an uptick in coronavirus cases all over the globe. Bottom line is, if you were a member, you were heavily short going into the cycle. All right. Friday, we already took some gains on that drop. We had a 6% gain on NVIDIA short. TVIX, we banked 12.25%. That was awesome. Today, we took another gain of 11.4% on AMD. This was a great trade on AMD. Look at AMD drop here, folks. Just awesome. This is probably where it's headed, right down to this pivot point, maybe even down further. This was just an easy trade for us. I have trades in VXX. We have SOX, which is up 13-14% today. VXX, as I mentioned, up 16% and climbing. We have shorts in other names as well out there. This is where it's at, folks. All right. I mean, this is the gravy boat here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. If you're interested in options today alone, folks, and I'm going to go into some new ideas here as well, but I want to go over this first. AMD puts 30% today closed out. VXX calls 42% gain. Facebook puts 62% gain. All right, and again, that's for verified options alerts members. But let's talk about a level here. I'm looking to day trade. Look at this level coming up on Facebook. This is going to be a good level. Just needs to get a little bit lower. I am eyeing this level beautifully. And again, this is just a day trade level here, and then you can look to swing Facebook off the 200 if it goes lower tomorrow. But there are some good opportunities here. Let's look at the QQQ real quick. So the Qs had a gap fill. We opened below. We hit the 50 MA. If the Qs continue lower, I see really no big support until you get to just about 216 here. If you get through 216, you could head it all the way down to about 205 to 206, and then ultimately down to this 198, 200 moving average. But look at that falling off a cliff move here on the QQQ. Beautiful drops here. Now, I do like some stocks on the long side. All right, one stock I'm liking on the long side is RIG, R-I-G. It's a little high risk, but the stock is into a major double bottom down here. Look at that beautiful double bottom. Look at it. This stock was $7.50. It's now basically $3.75. So essentially half of that. So it's been cut in half just since the beginning of the year. And this is an intriguing level, as I do think at some point corona cases start to subside as the weather warms up, maybe in March and April and so forth. And I think that would ultimately, now the question is how low do we go before then on the markets? But obviously, If you're looking for long opportunities, Rig is one. I also like Tilray, guys. Tilray giving us a retrace today. I did pick up some with my members of Verified Investing down in this lower range. We're in the money a little from where we picked it up, but nonetheless, this is a great little area right here. And I'm a big fan of the marijuana stocks this year in particular because they're discounted. I mean, if you zoom out on this chart, I mean, look at that chart. So you're at the dead lows. No one expects anything from them. And based on the fact that Bernie Sanders is starting to look like he's going to be the nominee, and even if the market, even who cares who wins the election? I mean, when you're coming to these stocks, I'm saying that, you might care one way or the other in particular to who it is. But I'm saying for these particular stocks, it's more a matter of does at some point before the election is it does the market think there's a chance that Bernie could win? If that's the case, marijuana becomes legal within a year of him being president, and these stocks are triple where they are. That thought process alone probably gets us to $25 on Tilray prior to that, maybe even $30. So down at these levels, I like the marijuana stocks. Now you don't want to go overweight. You want to keep it as a smart percentage of your portfolio, but I like it. I mean, I like these names. I like CGC. I like Kronos. I like ACB. All these beaten down plays out there are very intriguing to me because of that aspect. All right. All right. Oil is getting hammered today again. Beautiful drop on oil. I'm actually intrigued by buying some oil. We had oil here. We sold it up here last week for a great gain. Also in Verified Investing, if you're a member of Verified Investing, that was awesome. And I'm actually looking to buy it on a retrace here if it gets a little bit lower. So very cool stuff there. All right. Overall, again, this market is now a market that is watching like a hawk. I repeat all of the corona cases and mainly the ones in China. Okay, if there's a huge uptick in China, that's not good, but it's more now people are worried about is it spreading to other countries and then the disruption that that's going to create in other countries, all right? And before I get going here, guys, I just got to show you here. I want to show you the verified track record here for my service, and I'm showing it because I'm proud of it. I mean, honestly, I'm proud. And I do want you guys to see. So basically, if you go to inthemoneystocks.com, you can find underneath my name verified investing alerts, verified options alerts. You have verified reviews right there. Here's the verified track record. This is just this year, folks. Just this year. Already about 235% net gain. You can see there's a couple losers, but what's nice is they're relatively small. Here's one more loser down here, 2.19%. And again, already basically almost 30 closed trades just since the start of this year. You can go back to last year. You can see last year, all the trades, last year swing trades. In this service, we did 122 trades last year alone and close those out. And you can go back to any year. These are all verified track records, folks, and you can see what the verified returns are and so forth. And here's the website. Here's everything you get if you're our member. You get to bullets here. You can watch the video and again access all the trades live. All right, when you get access to this, you basically get alerts when I buy and sell stocks or short and cover stocks, and you can immediately get the information needed to make those trades along with me within seconds as the alerts go out as soon as I buy and sell. And then you get the nightly videos where I talk about the cycles. I mean, this is the greatest thing. The videos are like the secret of this service. So everyone knows you get trade alerts, but the videos are where the massive knowledge and information come in. You want to learn cycles, you want to learn price pattern and time, bull flags, bear flags, head and shoulder patterns. All that stuff's included here. Excuse me. Plus educational webinars that are available. I try to add one every month, although recently it's been so busy I haven't had a chance, but they'll get more up coming up. So bottom line is that's verified investing alerts. Some of you may be into options. Come join us at the verified options service here. You can clearly see here's the track record already, net 500% plus. And again, here's all the trades here. And again, we have some that are in the money right now based on this move down, but obviously I haven't closed those out as I'm giving the market some room to run. And again, feel free to access this service. By the way, if you buy both services, you get 10% off the second one. So there's a bonus there, and you can rock and roll with that. All right, bottom line is market's awesome. Come join us here at inthemoneystocks.com, folks. Verified investing, verified options. Those are my services. The results are before you would have gotten the cycle and exactly knowing when it was going to trigger. You would have gotten all these trades. There's a lot of money. If you're not a member, you're leaving on the table. That's the bottom line. Have a great one. Take care.